So in today's class, let us continue with mechanical properties of solids. So first let us see what do you mean by pressure. So pressure is defined as the normal force acting per unit area. And the formula for pressure is force by area. Pressure is denoted by capital P. And unit of pressure is Newton per meter square or Pascal. And pressure is a scalar quantity. Its dimensional formula is ml power minus 1 T power minus 2. And common unit of pressure is atmosphere. And 1 atmosphere is equal to 1.013 into 10 power 5 Pascal. Now the next topic is density. Density is denoted by rho. And its definition is the mass of the ratio of mass to volume of a body or mass per unit volume is called density. And formula for density is mass by volume, that is also denoted by m by v, and unit is kg per meter cube. Dimensional formula is ml power minus 3 T power 0. And then let us see what is relative density. So ratio of the density of the body to the density of water at 4 degrees Celsius is called relative density. Now let us see what is Pascal's law. So the pressure in a fluid at rest is the same at all the points if they are at the same height in the fluid. So if they are at the same height, the pressure in a fluid at rest is the same at all the points. And if the pressures were not equal in different parts of the fluid, then some resulting force must act on it and the fluid will flow. And since the fluid is assumed to be at rest, then pressure must be same everywhere. Then next is gauge pressure. So the excess of pressure P minus PA at a depth h is called gauge pressure. So if you find the difference between P and PA, you will get gauge pressure, where P is the pressure at a given point and PA is the atmospheric pressure. Now let us move on to the next topic, that is hydrostatic paradox. So in a hydrostatic paradox means in a liquid, the pressure at all the points of same height is equal and the pressure difference depends on vertical height only. So from these two topics, we can say that whatever is the shape and mass of the liquid in the container, it will have same pressure difference when height is same. And this is called hydrostatic paradox. Now the next topic is mercury barometer. So mercury barometer is used to measure atmospheric pressure. As you can see in the figure, this is mercury barometer. So you can see vacuum, glass tube, mercury. Atmospheric pressure is downwards towards the mercury. So it consists of 1 meter long glass tube with one side closed, and it is filled with mercury and it is inverted into a trough containing mercury. So height of the mercury column above mean level gives atmospheric pressure. So you can see I have given some notes on mercury barometer. Mercury barometer is used to measure atmospheric pressure. It consists of 1 meter long glass tube with one side closed. It is filled with mercury and inverted into a trough containing mercury. And height of mercury column above mean sea level gives atmospheric pressure. You can take a few points on manometer. Manometer is useful to measure pressure difference. It consists of a U-tube. One arm of U-tube is connected to the vessel where pressure is to be measured, and the other long arm filled with mercury is open to atmospheric pressure. Gauge pressure is given by P minus PA. And you can note one point over here. To measure small pressure differences, we use torricelli. So 1 torr is 1 mm of mercury, that is 133 Pascal. And 1 atmospheric pressure is equal to 1 bar, that is 10 to the power 5 Pascal. So you can see this is the open tube manometer. So an open tube manometer is a useful instrument for measuring pressure differences, and it consists of a U-tube containing a suitable liquid, that is a low density liquid such as oil for measuring small pressure differences, and a high density liquid like mercury for large pressure differences. One end of the tube is open to the atmosphere and other end is connected to the system whose pressure we want to measure. So the pressure P at A is equal to the pressure at point B. So what we normally measure is the gauge pressure, which is given by P minus P naught, and it is proportional to manometer height H. So pressure is same at the same level on both sides of the U-tube containing a fluid. For liquids of the density varies very little over wide ranges in pressure and temperature, and we can treat it safely at a constant for our present purposes. So gases on the other hand, they exhibit large variations of densities with changes in pressure and temperature. So unlike gases, liquids are therefore largely treated as incompressible.